Shalom, I'm Dr. Deanna Dye with Foundations in Torah. We're going to talk about the Nephilim, the giants in the Bible. And we're going to look at it in the context of the sons of God and the daughters of men. Now this is a topic very controversial, open to many opinions. Mine is just one more opinion. If we look at Genesis 5:3, it talks about Adam, who lived 130 years and begot Seth. And he was made, Seth that is, in the image of Adam, Tzel and Demut. The physical image is the Demut, the flesh and blood, and the spiritual image is the Tzel, which means shelter or shade. So we have a physical and a spiritual being, and Seth coming forth from that. Now, if we go to Genesis 6:1, and this is literal, and it came to pass, when began to increase on the face of the ground, daughters were born to them. The sons of the rulers, the Bnei Elohim, saw that the daughters of man were good, and they took for themselves wives from whomever they chose. Now in Hebrew thinking, sons build a house. So sons were the ones, the Bnei Elohim, who built the house. Daughters did not build the house. So we have this break between sons and daughters. And we find that the line of the sons, the commandments of God passed through by their obedience to those commandments. But of course we know the flesh was corrupted by sin, and in the physical, that part of the man was diminished. The spiritual still remained elevated in terms of the Bnei Elohim, or the sons of God, but the physical had been diminished. However, Cain's line, which is the daughters of men, my opinion, is speaking of both the physical and the spiritual being diminished. So Seth maintained the spiritual line through Adam, through the obedience to the commandments, but his physical self became diminished. So Seth's line again is the sons of God, those which were spiritually elevated but physically diminished, who intermarried with Cain's line, the daughters of men, who were both physically and spiritually diminished. Again, a house is built through sons, not daughters. And Seth's line is the sons of the rulers, the Bnei Elohim. And this union between the sons of God and the daughters of men produced what we call the Nephilim, or the giants. We translate them giants, but really you're speaking of a corrupted seed. Now Nephilim, or giants in Hebrew, means fallen ones. So my premise is that they are fallen in a spiritual sense. So the Nephilim are the fallen ones who cause others to fall. In the sages' minds, they are described as those as being in the spirit of greatness and beauty of Lucifer. They're described as one who falls in one's path. So in the line of Cain, the spiritual element basically became extinct. And these are the giants in the physical realm. They are spiritually fallen and diminished, but they are physically dominant. So that's the line of Cain, the daughters of men. Spiritually fallen, but in the physical sense dominant. And so the spirit became subservient to the dominance of their physical prowess. So the Nephilim then are the giants because they are physically in nature very large, Gedolah, but spiritually their nature has been diminished. Thank you. Shalom.
Bible Interact is a group of Bible scholars and biblical archaeologists who promote the Hebraic nature of Scripture and view the two Testaments as one unified message. They explain how they use a first-century approach to searching the Scriptures, and they share their methods and discoveries for discussion and dialogue. They invite your comments and participation on BibleInteract.tv.